times world champion grower of giant vegetables, and he's giving away seeds to help others grow ginormous produce. Well, let's bring in Kevin Fort. He joins us now from South Wales. A very warm welcome to the programme, Kevin. You've been helping the community in quite a novel way, haven't you?
Well, we have. It's nice and bright and sunny here in Wales. It's been like this for a couple of weeks. So we set up a WhatsApp group. So Julian, one of the residents, set up a WhatsApp group. And I thought of an amazing idea just to get all the community speaking, talking, growing their own and eating and growing fresh, healthy vegetables.
And just give us a flavour of the sort of things that you grow and the sort of things you've been offering to your friends and neighbours that you've got in that, I presume, sort of tunnel that you have there.
Yeah, so this is our magic house.
Fabulous. Yeah. Show us some of it.
These basically are some of the lettuces, spinach, coriander, all fresh, healthy, nutritious vegetables. So we've got some lettuces, some tomatoes, basil, some cucumbers just started. And I'll take you over now so when we was on Sky News last year, we brought up a giant cabbage, and they're much easier to handle in this Keder greenhouse. So
we mentioned it.
Over to some of these now. So these are the kohlrabi, and there's our Guinness World Record certificate there for our beetroot, which we'll show you in a sec. So these are quite a handful, actually, and they're quite a mouthful. So one leaf would feed a whole family.
Wow.
So we've got some giant turnips, some giant celery, and also fantastic. These giant carrots, cabbage and giant carrots and parsnips, which are just growing now. They're ready to go out into the garden.
And look, Kevin, you've been donating much of your produce and indeed the seedlings to NHS key workers and, as you say, neighbours from your local community. How hard is it for them to replicate what you're doing? Do they need collie tunnels and the like, or are people able to just dig a little patch in whatever size garden they've got and reap the benefits?
Well, I'm trying my best to just try and get people, just growing outdoors. We've even got the guys in our local timber can run timber who are growing giant cabbages to feed their work, give us supplies, So in terms of growing your own, you don't need a big greenhouse like this. You can grow on a balcony in your back garden. And I know the Traherne family who are on our streets, they're really intergenerational and they're really embracing this grow your own. They followed us on Instagram and hooked up with us then and given us advice, really, and I'm also helping them to grow their children, get their children out in the great outdoors. You look at this blue sky here in Wales. You just can't beat that.
Amazing weather for April, isn't it? Look, we were speaking to a clinical psychologist on the programme a little bit earlier, talking about the benefits of getting outside, as you say, but there is something really special, isn't there, about growing something from a seed and seeing new life coming through when we're all in this period and feeling a little bit glum.
Yeah, gardening is really good for you. I helped to do a talk for a mental health charity a couple of years back on the benefits of gardening and mental health. And, soil contains antidepressant properties. Getting the children out off their games consoles, out into growing their own and actually eating their own and actually now realising where the actual food comes from. Our giant beetroot, I did a little bit of research recently on the benefits of giant beetroot. And beetroot potentially can lower blood pressures, and also, it keeps you fit, gets your digestive system going, and you can't beat just growing in your own backyard. You don't need to go to the supermarkets, and you can eat fresh, healthy, fast-growing vegetables.
Absolutely. And just finally, give us some top tips then on how to grow ginormous vegetables.
Yeah, well, I think probably you need to start off with some of the seeds which I've been giving out. We've got some sunflowers. You need, a little bit of space, some time, some effort, really, in terms of growing. Learn from one another. We've got our Facebook group, which is our giant vegetable community, where we're basically embracing people all over the world. And, I just think just get out in the great outdoors and just love it. It's my passion. It's my life. And hopefully many more people join us in our quest. And what I'd love to do is I'd love to get people growing their own. I've just linked up in America is Alanis Morissette's husband. He's growing giant sunflowers, and I really want him to do a rap on Brighten Up the World, just like Bob Geldof and others did for Feed the World. I want everybody to start growing sunflowers to brighten up the world. Let's just do it.
Let's do it. Listen, Kevin, I'm going to let you go because I think someone's trying to call you on your phone. But listen, thank you for getting us excited about growing our own and getting super healthy. All the best, Kevin.
Good luck.
Well, let's catch up.